Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and hanging out with me for another video. So if you're new here, hi, welcome to the Sunday Stylist. My name is Agnes. I make videos on all kinds of things. So today's video is a bit of a mishmash. It is a whole collaboration of video. Now I'm filming this intro after I finished editing and I realized I didn't film an intro. So we start off with a haul, then we go into a bit of a chatty catch up, and then I touch on all of my goals for 2022, how I'm planning the year, the goals that I've set for the year, plus smaller monthly goals. And then I think there's another catch up at the end. It's super casual, it's very chatty. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so let's just jump in and have a look at what I picked up when I went to Ikea, Target, and a couple of things that I've picked up over the last week. So starting with this Ikea Pepperig cleaning tool set. I saw this and immediately I had to pick it up to test it out. If you want an in-depth review, I have posted like opening, unboxing, first impressions review, clean with me on my other channel. So if you don't know, I have another channel where I'm posting all of my organizing, cleaning, decluttering type content, and then just leaving the Sunday Stylist, this channel, for more like personal videos. So all of my vlogs, all the fun stuff like hauls and routines and planning and all that kind of stuff on this channel. And then over on Sorted HQ, just a dedicated channel just for all of the organizing, cleaning and decluttering content. So definitely go check that out if you want to have a look at what is included in this Ikea cleaning set. I love most of it. A couple of things in there I really don't like though. So from Target, I went into Target to pick up some pantry containers for a bit of a pantry makeover that I've got planned. I already have a ton of containers in this range, but when I purchased them first, they didn't have the really big size, like for spaghetti and cereal and things. That came out later, and I have one of them, and I just purchased a few others just to take care of all of the cereals and bulk goods that I've got. So I just picked up 4 of these guys. So these are perfect for pasta because the spaghetti just fits in, and anything that you buy in bulk. So the kids always have those big boxes of cereal, which usually take like 2 of the smaller size of these. So I just picked up a couple of extra of those. While I was in Target, I picked up something that I saw last time I was in there, and it is a Mariana fringed European cushion cover. So I have got 3 European cushions that I sometimes put on my bed, but sometimes I don't like them being there. It's just depending on how much of a mood I'm in and how committed I am to making my bed, because just those 3 extra pillows does add a little bit of extra time to making a bed. So I picked these up, I saw them, and it is a cushion cover, but it fits the European pillow size. So I thought this would be great because when I'm in the mood to have them on my bed, I can have them on my bed, but they also match the sofa cushions that we already have. So I thought when I'm not in the mood to have them, I'll just pop them on the sofa. Hi, my baby. Say hello to everyone. Everyone will say, where's Freddie? Where's Freddie gone? Why isn't he in the videos anymore? It's because you didn't buy me a Valentine's Day present, Freddie. Just kidding. So I thought that was great, and it was $20. So that's a great way to redecorate. Just buy the cushion covers and just reuse your inserts. And honestly, to even save space, I just insert the cushions with their cushion covers inside the new one and then switch them in and out. And then you don't even have to find a space to store the other cushion covers. You can just keep them inside. And I just popped through like the activewear section, and I just saw these little like tracky pants, kind of lightweight, little joggers. They're kind of pajama-y, loungy things to wear around the house, because I find that I'm just always wearing black leggings, and I'm trying to get out of that and trying to just find some different things to wear that are cozy, comfy, good for working from home, not pajamas, but not just black leggings either. So these were on sale. I think they were $12. So I haven't tried them on. I will just have to try them on and see, but they're just pretty basic. They're just like a jogger, pockets, drawstring waist, and then they just tape it a little bit at the bottom. So I thought that would be kind of cute for wearing around the house, going to do the school run, if I have to go and pick up groceries or something, where you don't want to be super dressed up, but you just don't want to be always wearing activewear. Now from Ikea, first up, I got the bag. I think it's like the Pride bag. Oh, I got this. Ikea bags are brilliant for loads of things, for shopping, for beach bags, for toys, for loads and loads of things. So I've got one, not just the plain blue one, I've got one that was like a white bag with a yellow pattern, but it's starting to wear out because I've had it for probably 10 years now. So I picked up the bag because they're just so useful, and I think it's like $2.75 or something like that. So it makes a very affordable beach bag. Careful, got wine glasses in there. So from Ikea, the first thing, I've never seen these before, but I bought these. They're just plain metal bookends. I've got quite a few of these. I actually use these as a hack to keep my KonMari folded clothes up in the drawers. So you fold your KonMari clothes up, and sometimes they can topple over. So what I do is I just pop a metal bookend at the end of the row of shirts or jeans or whatever I've got folded, and then when you take one out, you just push it forward and it holds them up. So I've got black ones for those that I bought from Kmart, but I also use them to hold up books, surprise surprise, and also to hold up my record collection. But out here I prefer to use white, but Kmart doesn't have white. When I saw these in Ikea, of course I grabbed them, and it's got this little cute kind of rainbow arch design, so I thought they were super cute, and I think they were $2 each. So I just grabbed 2 of those. These are also good because they're slightly shorter than the Kmart ones. So if you do have a drawer that is shorter, you can use it like this. If you have a drawer that is super short though, you can always flip it and use the base as the part to hold up your clothes. And that is a little trick and a little hack that is super cool. If you love KonMari folding clothes, the KonMari cloth folding technique, wowzers, but you can't just get them to stand upright and stay upright by themselves. That's a cool hack. So when I did my review on the Peprig Ikea cleaning tool set, one of the things that I said with my first impressions was that I'm so surprised it didn't come with any cleaning cloths. There were no actual cleaning cloths included in the cleaning kit, which I think is just ridiculous, but they do sell them separately. So in Ikea they had their little stand on a podium with all their cleaning products just kind of chucked in, and I didn't look specifically on the box to see what was included. I just saw all the things on the stand all together, and I kind of just assumed, which I shouldn't have, that it was all in the box. So I picked these up. I think these were $2 or $3, and I also grabbed some of their scouring pads, which are also, I think, $2 or $3. They also have a lot of like the replacement pads, which are really, really well priced for the cleaning kit. The other things that I picked up from Ikea are just 2 more of these food storage containers. I bought one of them to test it out last time I was at Ikea last week, and they're really good. They fit in the refrigerator really well. I'm going to be doing a refrigerator make under. So I think my refrigerator at the moment is too over organized, and the organizers that are in there, they take up too much room, and they kind of just, they only hold food. They're not like food storage containers. Whereas I thought with these, you can use this as fridge organizers, but it also comes with a lid. So you can use it not only for a food, not only for a fridge organizer, but also for actual food storage. So rather than just having something that you can only use as a fridge organizer to put things in, this way you can put things in it, but you can also use it as an actual food storage container as well. And this is great for things like spinach or lettuce or fruit and veggies. You can put all your fruit in there. Like if you live in Queensland, you know, if you put your fruit out on the bench, it goes off really quickly and it just attracts fruit flies. So I often store mine just in the fridge. So this is great size, perfect for the fridge. Dishwasher safe, so you can just throw it through the wash. So I definitely recommend those. The other thing I picked up was some replacement refrigerator liners. So if you're a long time viewer on my channel, you know I use these Ikea placemats as fridge liners because they just fit perfectly. You've got to get a particular kind though. If you get the really cheap, the 90-cent placemats. They're so thin that when you push things in and out, like if you've got a food storage container or something that's sitting on top, it gets caught on the edge and it kind of catches on it. These ones are $2 each. My old ones are in the watermelon or apple print, I think. So this is the pattern that they've got out now. Kind of is going to make me think that I'm shopping at Sephora every time I open the fridge, I think. But they're definitely well worth it. So I've got 6, 2 to use on each of my 3 shelves in the fridge. And it just makes wiping up the fridge and keeping it clean so much easier, because it's much easier to remove this and wipe if you've got a spill or to clean it out regularly than to have to remove all your containers and take out the shelf. And it's just a big palaver. So just get some liners like this and it is much easier to keep your fridge clean. Last thing I picked up from Ikea. Now, believe it or not, I am down to my last red wine glass in this house because they keep breaking in the dishwasher. From the last house we were at to here, I think I broke 7 glasses. So I'm down to my last red wine glass. So I picked up these. I like a big red wine glass when I'm drinking red wine. So I got these, but these are not as high. They're not as high stemmed as my other glasses, which are in the cabinet behind me. Otherwise I'd get them out to show you. So I'm hoping that they will sit lower in the dishwasher and won't be so prone to breaking. They're also a little bit thicker, but they're still like a nice shape, nice size. Holds a nice decent amount of wine in it too, so this is great. And they were $5 each, so I picked up 6 to have a set. So that's great for whenever I have people over. We can all drink out of the same wine glasses rather than a mismatched, some people drinking out of gin glasses, some people drinking out of stemless glasses, and one lucky person that gets to actually drink out of an actual red wine glass. Alright, that's all I picked up this time, but I'll also insert a couple of clips with the things that I've picked up recently because I've bought, what did I get? Oh, I got the lamp that's here. Let me turn it on. Why isn't it even on? This lamp is one of the new things that I picked up at Ikea recently, so I got 2, and I wasn't sure if I was going to use them in my bedroom as bedside table lamps, but at the moment I've just got one here and I've got one on my desk, using it as a desk lamp. I also picked up an office chair, which I had a little bit of a switch around. I picked up the wrong base for it initially. I picked up just the non-rolly wheel base, and then I realized it when I got home, and then I went to Ikea to pick up something else and just asked if I could exchange it. I said, I've already opened it, and she's like, as long as you've got the receipt, that's no problem. So I exchanged it, purchased the one with the wheels on it, and now with the wheels on it is much better. Definitely recommend, if you are going to get that Langfell, or however you say it, office chair, get the one with wheels on it, because it's so heavy that you can't like easily pull it in and out under your desk. So getting the wheels is just a no-brainer. What else have I picked up recently? Oh, I got this cute little thing from Kmart. Oh, I got this cute little thing from Kmart, and initially I got it because I was thinking of putting like my watch and my jewelry in it in the bathroom, but I prefer just like a flat tray to put those kind of things in. And I thought, oh, maybe I could put it in the entryway to just like drop keys in, but it actually holds the Scrub Daddy sponge really nicely. So I've just been using it to hold my Scrub Daddy sponge, but I'm on the lookout for the white Scrub Mummy sponge, I think it is. So I've got to go to Howard's Storage World to pick that up, because I just think that the white rather than the yellow will match our decor here a little bit better. But those are the things that I've picked up recently. So that's a little bit of a homeware collective haul of all the bits and pieces that I've picked up for the house recently. Now, I'm a big advocate of 1 out, 1 in rule when it comes to home decor or home storage or pretty much anything. So I've been doing a massive declutter lately, and I gave away a massive big box of all, it wasn't really mismatched, it was just like pieces of storage and like home organization pieces that were just not working here, and rather than me storing those storage items, I just popped it all in a box and I just dropped it off at charity, because I know without a doubt someone will make good use of those. In fact, the lady at the charity store says that those are the things that go the quickest. So anytime you've got like storage bins or organizing bits and pieces, they go really quickly, so they're always really grateful to get those kind of things. What else have I had a big clean out of? I did have a big clothes clear out actually recently, but I know I want to go through my wardrobe and just really cull and get rid of a lot more stuff out of there. I also had a big cleanup of my cleaning supplies, and I've been condensing those down, just trying to get it to a really very minimal collection. And I've been loving my DIY cleaner that I shared recently, where I just did like a DIY make your own power wash. So using just a $5 little squeegee glass trigger container and just making up a little homemade DIY concoction with dishwashing liquid and water. If you want to use it like in the bathrooms or something, you could use some like tea tree oil, eucalyptus oil, or maybe like some disinfectant or something. That's what I use in the bathrooms. So I've got one in each of the bathrooms, one in the kitchen, and that has been really good. And honestly, so cheap. If you buy the power wash, like the Fairy power wash, which is the equivalent of the Dawn power wash, it's like $7.50, and I saw one that was like a Morning Fresh brand, and it was $10 for one small trigger pack of that. You make it yourself, it's probably going to cost you, I don't know, maybe 25 cents, 50 cents maybe. So definitely try those DIYs, they work really well. And I did share a clean with me video where I shared the recipe or the, I don't know, the formula of how I do it, and I showed me cleaning my whole kitchen with it. It doesn't leave a greasy or like residue finish. I actually saw it on Instagram once. It was just like a reel that, you know, when you scroll through, and a lady who was saying she's like a professional home cleaner and she cleans 99% of everything just using dishwashing detergent. So just the liquid that you pour in the sink to wash your dishes, just that mixed with water. So as long as you get as long as you get the concentration or the ratio right, and you don't make it too concentrated, otherwise it's super sudsy and you're spending a lot of time wiping down suds. As long as you get it just right, it is really good. So I'm loving using that, and it's making my life much easier. So I think I've rabbited on long enough with all the things I've picked up. If you're interested in seeing how it kind of gets put into the home, I will leave that in the weekly vlog that will get posted on Sunday, the Sunday Diaries. I'll include that in this week's episode, just how I've put everything, styled everything up. I did do a big switch around in the living room, but now the boys are home this week, so I just popped the sofa back into the L shape. So I mentioned in a couple of videos ago, I was going to do a little 2022 like habits or goals, or like what I'm trying to do, like my intentions for the new year. So I don't want to do like a whole massive big video because like we're already almost in March, which is just kind of crazy. But basically, what I'm doing this year is I'm not setting massive goals like for the year. I'm just setting a couple of big ones. One is finances, to stay 100% on track and to track all my expenses and to automate all of my savings and to automate all of my bills on the one day. So I pretty much did that. I like 99% had that down with the bill payments being automated last year, and I was really strict with that, which was good. There were just a couple that were kind of stragglers that were coming out here and there. So I got absolutely everything sorted so that everything gets paid on the first of the month. That is absolutely everything. So all the bills that I've got to pay, like service providers or anything like that, all of my insurance, I just switched everything. So it was all coming out on the first of the month. That includes even my kids' pocket money. They get paid monthly on the first of the month. That was the first thing I wanted to do. Second thing I wanted to do was to do a expense tracker for absolutely every single cent that I spent for the whole year. I've done that twice before. So I think it was like in 2017, maybe it was last time, or 2017 and 2019, something like that. And honestly, that is the best and probably the only way where you can get the most comprehensive view of exactly where you spend your money and making sure you are on track 100% to stick to your budget. Because no matter how well you think you are like at managing your money, little things always come here and there, and you spend things without realizing, or money's coming out, or there's subscriptions, or you know, just bits and pieces of payments. You might use PayPal and then forget about recording it and adding that into your budget. if you track every single cent you spend, there's literally no escaping it. You have got to put everything down, and you've got to account for every single cent that you spend, all your money that's coming in. That's the only way, and that's the best way that I've found to get like a really good grasp and a super comprehensive understanding of where you spend your money and where your money is going. So if you are looking to improve in your budget and your finances, I would highly recommend that. And simply use it. It's not even an Excel spreadsheet, it's just like a Google Drive spreadsheet, and I simply have like a column with the date, and then I have some separate expenses. So I've got like a column for home, I've got a column for groceries, I've got a column for spending for myself, spending for each of the boys, spending for Freddie. I've got a column for just like things like bills, so like rent, electricity, insurance, all those kind of things. I've got a car column, so I can just see how much I'm spending on my car, so I know moving forward how much I should be budgeting for things like repairs and maintenance or things like that. I know it kind of sounds a little bit boring, but honestly, you want to be on top of your funds. Treat your personal home finances as if you were a CFO of a business that you want to succeed. So that is my advice in that area. I know a lot of people will say, oh, I can't be bothered doing that, but honestly, it doesn't take that long if you just enter in all your expenses as they occur. It's really quick, it's really easy, and it's a real game changer in the finance area. So definitely getting those two things sorted and under control, all of the expenses automated, so that's sorted. But then one thing that I didn't do last year was I didn't set up like an automated savings plan. So what I used to do was get my money into my account and then just filter it into different spending accounts. Rather than doing that again this year, what I've done is just automated all of my bill payments, so it just goes out on one day from one account. Then what I do is I have set up, I think I've got 5 or 6 different savings accounts. So I've got different savings accounts, like I've got a savings account for a house deposit, I've got a savings account for the boys saving, each of the boys' pocket money, I've got a savings account for like we call it a fire extinguisher account, so in case of emergency kind of fund. What else have I got? I've got an account for travel. What else have I got an account for? Oh, I'm going to have to start an account, I think, for Jake's braces, because that's going to be quite an expensive undertaking. I've really found that really helpful, and I find it really encouraging and positive. Instead of just keeping all your savings maybe into one account, to split it up into some separate accounts so you can have like a target. With my bank, you can rename your accounts, so you can call it whatever you're saving for. So if you're saving for a beach apartment, call it that. If you're saving for Jake's braces, call it that. And you can also just put like the target of the dollar, like, I don't know, Jake's braces, $7,500, whatever it is, however much it is, so that you see your target, and every time you look on your internet banking, it's right there so you can see it, and it's kind of encouraging and motivating to keep you saving towards your savings goal, moving towards your savings goal. So that's definitely one thing. So besides the finances, there wasn't anything really that I wanted to put, a super amount of pressure on. I didn't want to make like any travel goals or anything, because you just don't, things are still up in the air. So last year I said I wanted to travel like 4 times a year. That didn't happen because we were in and out of lockdown all the time, and we got Freddie. So rather than say I want to do, a certain amount of travel or something, I just took that pressure off myself, and instead of being disappointed with not being able to achieve those goals, I just set some more kind of realistic and smaller goals for the whole year, and then I've just been setting some monthly goals. So that's been something that I have been working towards, and so far that's mostly been like kind of work related and YouTube related. So it's just, I don't know, it's like uploading a certain type of video, or uploading videos, like for example the weekly vlogs, doing that once a week, which even though I think we're only 8 weeks into the year, I've managed to do that each week without fail so far, so that is good. So it's just setting a couple of big broad yearly goals, and then more focusing on kind of monthly and quarterly goals. So that is definitely one area where I'm just kind of, taking the pressure off myself a little bit, and it's been working well. For my intentions, I kind of just set the intention of this year. Now, you know how some people have like a word of the year? I kind of have just adopted a phrase. So my 2022 phrase is just what if. So as I've mentioned earlier, I started a second YouTube channel, and I've been kind of thinking this in the back of my head and kind of kicking the idea around for, I don't know, probably about 6 months now. But along with like starting a YouTube channel, you always think of, oh, well, what if no one watches it? Or what if you don't get any subscribers? Or what if it just means extra workload for no, you know, real reward? What if it doesn't work out? What if it takes too much time? What if you just end up stressed and resentful and and all these what if negative things. And then it was like, well, you know what, maybe I should change my mindset and just say, well, you know what if it works out? What if it means that, you know, a channel that I start where I can just dedicate it to just that organizing, cleaning and decluttering, rather than kind of cluttering and confusing up the channel that I've already got now with all these different kinds of content, rather than having that, which is confusing for maybe subscribers or for people who watched a cleaning or organizing video and that's the kind of content that they expected. And then when I start putting out like vlogs and hauls and all that kind of like life advice type stuff, that's not what they came for, so that's not what they're interested in. So I wanted to make a space where it was just purely organizing, cleaning and decluttering. All that was like in one neat box. It was neatly organized on its own channel. And then to have like the Sunday Stylist, where it is just more of that kind of intimate, like personal type content, I guess. So like vlogs and hauls and life advice and chatting like this and goals and habits and all that kind of stuff. And I know a lot of people, when they build up a YouTube channel that gets, you know, to a certain stage, they sometimes start a second channel that they start, like a vlogging channel, for example. But I thought, well, if I was going to start a second channel, what would be the most sensible way? So if I was to start a second channel and make it a vlogging channel, you're starting from scratch where nobody knows you, no one knows, you know, you don't have that already that rapport, that relationship with people. So that's why I chose to keep the Sunday Stylist as that kind of content, the more personal relationship kind of based content, with the subscriber base that I already have, that I've already got, you know, a good relationship with, and then start the new one where it's kind of less personal content. So organizing, cleaning and decluttering, yeah, you kind of have to have that personal relationship and you have to like the person that makes the content, but it's not like you need to have like that personal connection for people to be invested or interested in what you do like day to day, to be wanting to watch like what your weekly vlogs are. Does that make sense? So that's why I decided to do it that way, to keep the existing channel as the vlog channel or like the more personal channel, and then just to start the new one from scratch being the organizing, cleaning, decluttering content. So that is why I did that. But I think that about wraps up everything that I want to catch up on. There's a few more changes around the apartment, but I think I'll share those in Sunday's video. I did pick up like a bookcase for the home office. I did share it on Instagram because I put it together out here. And then I was like, oh, that would actually look good in that blank place behind the dining room table just there. So I kind of styled it up and sort of put a teaser out on Instagram saying how it looks kind of cute there. But don't worry, it's not staying there. It's in the bedroom to take things like, to house all the things that are home office-y type stuff, like the printer and just like A4 files, because it's surprisingly difficult to find a bookshelf that is big enough to hold like a printer wide. Like the Kallax units from Ikea, for example, that I used to have in my bedroom, they're not wide enough to hold a printer. And I use a printer surprisingly often. Like between the 2 kids and me, I print off all of my DIY planners that I make. So I use the printer quite often, and it wasn't able to sit inside the Kallax unit. So it would always either be on the floor or on my desk, and I'd always be packing it up, and it would be driving me nuts. So I wanted somewhere where it would fit, be out of sight, so a low shelf, but the shelf had to be wide enough to hold it. It had to be deep enough to hold it as well. The other thing that shelves don't always hold is like A4 like magazine racks or A4 books, and I use those as planners and as journals and things. So I wanted it to be able to accommodate those A4 magazine files as well. So finding something that has shelves wide enough to accommodate a printer but high enough to also accommodate A4 magazine files, not an easy task. You might notice that the color scheme in the house has kind of changed a little bit from all white everything, which I love, and it is so much easier to decorate when you just do all white everything. Honestly, rather than having all white, I've gone with like a little bit of wood toned furniture, which, look, it's nice for a change, but when we move out of this apartment, I know I'm going to be just pretty much selling everything, and I think I'm going to go back to white, or I'm going to go back in my next apartment. I'm going to do like a bit of a kind of beachy theme, so go with some really like light wooden furniture. Oh, falling off the seat. So that is something that I'm looking forward to. I'm already actually planning when we're going to be moving out of this place, because it's kind of good as it is. Honestly, I don't love it, and there's like a lot of things that I don't love about it, and that's the reason that we only took a 12-month rental, so that we weren't stuck here if it wasn't like working out or turning out. And I know some people randomly get irritated by how often I move, which I don't think I moved that often at all, to be honest. Like I think we lived in the last place a year, but that was because we had some kind of dodgy neighbors, and it was a noisy like location streetwise. The place before that, we lived almost 3 years, so I don't think that 3 years is like a short time to move. And I like moving, and I like styling and setting up new places, so we'll see about where we're going to go at the end of this lease. But yeah, I think that's about it. And I have rambled on for about half an hour, so we're going to have to either have an extra exceptionally long chatty video, or I'm going to have to edit this out considerably. Thumbs up if you love a chatty video. Let me know in the comments below if you prefer quick, short, to the point videos around like the 10-minute mark, or if you like these like long, chatty, chitty chitty chat chat style videos. But yeah, that is pretty much the catch-up, chatty catch-up. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me, getting this little update, collective haul, little chatty catch-up. If you've got any video requests that you'd like to see on this channel or on Sorted HQ, just leave them in the comments below. Big thumbs up if you enjoy this type of video. Subscribe if you're not already. I hope you have an amazing day, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.